Yeah, Parish, may I bowl the first ball? Yeah, everybody in this hall would have similar stories to share of how they had experienced the delights of using the Newgen BPM core. It's something like a nuclear reactor, the core, what is, so it's also like aloo, can't do without it, it's basic carbo. Let me compliment you on your 20th anniversary. But what I have in question is, you all know that, you've done so much for the industry, the business, and so on. Coming from the government, naturally, you can almost preempt the kind of questions that I would be posing to you. Why has the Newgen products not entered deep into the core of the government business processes, and why are you not making a difference? I know you've got a product which you weave through ever since the 2001, 4, 2, or whatever, around that time. You already got a product, but still it has not made much of a headway. E-Office is a mission mode project, but still not much efforts do we see. So maybe it's part of your corporate social responsibility. Make a difference and then show that you can do something for the government and the people at large, for the country as a whole. Thank you.
Well, sir, thank you so much for your question. I have one correct reply and one in the lighter vein. We are trying, we are reaching in the government segment, and we have actually done various different things as I had shared in my slide. So all the different types of services that are needed or expected from a software or platform or a solution are available today, and we have started winning customers. So of course you are also our customer, and you have seen things from file tracking to knowledge management that CDC has developed, a lot of other things. In government business, government is becoming more and more watchful about how they can improve their services for citizens, or how can they improve their stats in the services that they provide, because I think in ministries, elections are today fought on how much good you did to the public. So we are aware, we are trying, and we will succeed. On the lighter side, I want to admit publicly, it's very difficult to get money from government, sir. So we are learning, and hopefully we will become good at that, and next wave is government for sure. Thank you for the question.
Good evening, gentlemen. Hi, this is Manish Forrester. You mentioned earlier about innovation. Definitely, innovation is such a broad topic and equally, very interesting one. But I would like to understand, if you can throw some more light, what do you mean by innovation for your customers? Is it more on the technology front, more on the business front? How are you helping your clients, your prospects to be more innovative?
Well, so innovation, I would not like to enter the definition because it's been a widely debated subject in so many forums. But essentially our focus is on how do we help our customers do better in whatever they are doing already. Okay, so when we bring a solution, we try and make sure that they should gain much more than a normal or equivalent solution from elsewhere. Now this could be in terms of architecting the solution, in terms of defining the various components, etc. In terms of leading that path of innovation where you are the first one to do it. Okay, so I have customers who have told me that had it not been for Newgen, I would have been paying $2 million in bandwidth alone every year, year after year. Which means that we came up with a solution for him to architect it in such a manner that a local cache is used, so that that bandwidth pipe is not as thick, is not required as thick as a normal implementer would do. So this I would call an innovation. Likewise, working on future technologies. So for example, we have been able to patent the way we actually are capturing from a mobile device an image which is OCRable quality and compress and send. We have been able to file a patent. Not that the cameras are new on the mobile phones or mobile devices, not that compression is new. But we have been able to bring many things together and have led that path of bringing benefits to the customers in a way which is more useful to them. So I can give numerous examples, but I think it's very clear business drives the deployment of technology, and so we are very much concerned. In fact, through BPM, what we address is that we try to obliterate the gap between business and IT. So that's where our focus is, and we are trying our level best with our innovation to do many, many more things for you.
Sure, thanks.
Hi, this is Abhishek here. I just had one small observation. During this whole presentation, Diwakar sir said that we don't have the right atmosphere for Google and Microsoft, but we can have in companies like Newgen in future. So I'd just like to know why we can't have Google and Microsoft as well here in India.
You want somebody to be directed?
Well, this line was quoted by Diwakar sir. Anybody who can say it's fine. Because I firmly believe we can have Google and Microsoft as well here. If Newgen can be here in 20 years, from here to here, why not Microsoft in the next 20 years?
No. Aspiring for it is a great idea. But, these kind of companies happen once in a while. And they require a great ecosystem. I think India will take an absolutely very, very, very large time to reach it. So other than aspiration, one should aspire, one should try. I think it's a long shot. It's a very, very long shot.
Thanks.
But at the same time, you can have many, many great companies. It may not be Google, it may not be and they can be successful.
Thanks, sir. Maybe it's a generational gap. Because I at least definitely aspire any of the Indian companies to be Microsoft or Google. If not mine, somebody else's.
Just keep trying.
Thanks.
This is an opportunity for you, dear customer. You can grill us. Okay. Tarun is very mindful of the time as well, but I think one or two questions are in order because this is a public forum and we are answerable and are responsible for taking your inputs as well.
Hello. Okay, my question is an offshoot from what Manish asked from Forrester. And the question is not about what around innovation. The question is around how. And what I want to know is, like for example, Google gives that one day in a week to all its employees where they can work on a project of their own. We recently read that Apple has this, kitchen where 15 to 16 of their top professionals meet and discuss ideas, So they really have some sort of a mechanism of promoting innovation and innovative thinking in the organization. How do you do it? Do you have some sort of a process or?
Yeah, okay. So I would suggest that our Senior VP Technology answers this.
Good evening. I think, as you put it rightly, I think innovation is a pyramid structure. Eventually, unless you fill the bottom, you can't get anything at the top. As part of the structure, Newgen has put up the various schemes, right, to encourage innovation right at the grassroots level, combine innovation ideas, have meetings. That's the fundamental mindset you end up getting. Predominantly, but there are other things which are required. The ecosystem has to be rewarding. Eventually, like we started 5 years back, we started 5 pages. I think it took 7 years, not 5 years. We have almost syndicated promote the culture where you can really solve the last problem of the customer. Eventually, all products, all solutions have been delivered in 1995. But when customers have a unique thing, which push the limits of technology, push the limits of service. So if you have fundamentally built the pyramid right, that's where you can drive yourself and fill that last gap. We have done it on imaging. I think we are one of the, probably the second or the third largest imaging laboratories in the world. I think only Leap Tools and Microsoft can compete itself. We've done mobile imaging, I think a lot of patents in that area. We've done amazing work on document quality analysis in terms of ASVs, capture, etc. These are all innovations which some customers are benefiting. And to get all that out, you have to really start building from the bottom. You start from the basic algorithms, you get the research scholars, you tie up with IITs, and those professors come to visit us. So it's an ecosystem which has been built over a very long time. And we think that is giving you us a disruptive advantage over a longer period of time. India is great in doing cut-based copy. So that can take you a little far. Unless your fundamentals, your bases are very strong, you will not be able to compete for a long period of time. Being a product company, I don't think you have an option but to innovate. Does that answer?
Yeah. So broadly, what you're saying is that it's a bottoms-up approach that you have.
Thank you.
Hi, I had just one more question. This is from my real example. Just to make it more precise, why is it that Newgen restricts itself only to document processing or related products? I'm taking this from the example, the project which I am dealing. If that requires one more step, means if you do document management system and scanning and all that, and if you take one more step, then you move a ladder up in value chain, like from product company to maybe do something else. So why do you restrict yourself only in that periphery of? Is there like any strategic reason, or is it just that you want to be a big player in that arena only? So is innovation restricted only to document management system, or innovation can go beyond that?
I think it's partially true and partially not. I think predominantly you have to be good in something. And I think to exist in this world, you have to be really good. So you've got to choose your areas. So we have chosen the enterprise content management, business process management, customer communication management. These are predominantly broad lines. These are not small areas. Predominantly the market sizes for these businesses run into multi-billion dollars each one. So you're right when you say we are pretty focused. And I think that focus gives us the strength, it gives us the ability to deliver, gives us the ability to create the capacity so that our customers can benefit. What has been happening is we've been expanding these areas. These areas also, as the customer needs grow, we expand those areas. So unless we are able to again fundamentally from the bottom up build another area which is futuristic, and it's not that we are not investing in there. I think the only thing what you see today is the successful products. We are not able to see the products which have been attempted and lying in the chain of success. So that's how it's organized.
Thanks, it partly answers, but another thing is, doesn't focus kill innovation? Innovation is a function of entropy. The more the entropy, the more the innovation. So it is more like a double-edged sword.
I think it gets into a technical debate from here onwards. I agree to your point. So I think when it's
frankly speaking, I am coming from a point where I personally felt that you could have gone one step more, and that's it. But the focus should remain very clear on operating system.
So I just at the bottom, you don't restrict it, but in terms of application of innovation, you may need only specific areas where you are putting.
Okay, thanks.
This is Shomak from OVO. I'm an analyst. The question is about your plans in markets outside of India and areas where you're already extremely successful. So obviously you're unbeatable in India and quite a few other parts of the globe. But in places where you are slightly new, say in North America, can you share some plans about what you plan to do there?
Yeah, I think you're right. We have pretty much made some inroads in the Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific and India. I think in more mature markets like mainland Europe and US, our penetration is still very few. So the strategy is pretty much the same. I think we are able to provide the differentiating value which our customers are perceiving. What we have done predominantly for mature markets, the BPO and the shared service industry is serving the growth itself. Because you see the emerging markets, those are the growth markets, where things about efficiency, turnaround times are important, and we end up delivering good products. In the mature markets, same things are currently getting outsourced. And so we are applying the same solutions, same products to the people who are giving the end customers the services. So that's one strategy. The other strategy, as Mr. Nikam had touched on, we are looking at larger partner networks in terms of carrying our products beyond our reaches where we can reach directly. So in a brief, that's the intermediate strategy. Does that answer your question?